Welcome to aefTV. I am Wandiswa Ndengento, and we're joined by the Business Development Director, Duarte Ferreira. Thank you for joining us.
Good morning.
So the first question is, which countries in Africa do you think present the biggest opportunities for power generation?
It depends on the variable that you consider for power generation. If you look into hydropower generation, clearly Cameroon, clearly countries like Malawi, countries like Botswana and Tanzania do present a good potential to develop new hydro projects. If you consider renewable power, which is extremely important also in these days, it's pretty much across all the continent, from the Maghreb countries all the way to West Africa, Central East Africa, and also Sub-Saharan Africa. So I think that depending on the variable that you consider, it is very important. The last one is also off-grid, with the storage technologies that are becoming incumbent and will play a role in the development of the African energy sector.
So what projects are you currently involved in, and what will the outcome be once they're completed?
Efacec is a 70-year-old company. 70% of its business is dedicated to energy. And so since 1948, Africa has been a platform for us where we have been playing a lot of projects and developing in markets like Algeria, Tunisia, Rwanda, Malawi, Zimbabwe, obviously Portuguese Africa, so Angola and Mozambique and Cape Verde and Guinea are important markets for us. Recently we have closed several projects in solar across several markets in Sub-Saharan Africa and also in the Portuguese-speaking Africa. And also recently we have closed in terms of substations, our grid power substations, which is probably the platform, our business unit, which is stronger within the African continent. We have references across Ethiopia, Zimbabwe, Rwanda, Maghreb, so Algeria, Tunisia, Morocco, Mozambique, and several other countries in Africa, which is for us a clear sign that Africa will keep being an important playfield for Efacec, and it's a strategic lever for us to keep developing it as long as the projects are good for transfer know-how for the country, and also from our side also good projects for us in terms of risk taking.
So what are the most important drivers which have the potential to transform Africa's energy sector?
For me there are two. One is financing. So financing needs to be available, financing needs to be solid, and financing needs to be agreed by the international investors, but also by the national governments of each country of Africa, with a very solid, good plan to develop the projects that typically take a lot of time to develop. Another power project can take 10 to 15 years, even a solar power project can take 2 to 3 years until the financing gets closed. And then the second one is actually transfer know-how. And transfer know-how means that the technology companies, the contractors, the consultants need to be ready to partner in the country of destination and to transfer know-how to the operation, to the local partners, to the people that will actually use the installation, use the project, and use the assets as they unfold. So for me, these two factors are very, very important. And then finally, one last part, which is regulation. Clearly, regulation is still somewhat struggling in certain areas of Africa, so that everybody that wants to play a role in the energy development in Africa needs to have clear rules. And sometimes these rules might not be very clear, and that's why regulation is important with the help of all the international stakeholders.
So what is your main objective in attending the Africa Energy Forum?
The Africa Energy Forum is the playfield where all the stakeholders of the value chain meet every year. Efacec has been, in the last editions, in Mauritius and others before, always present with a solid delegation, so 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 delegates, to learn, to mingle, to partner, to uncover new projects, to also showcase our own projects. The fact that it came to Lisbon, which is, let's say, the most proximate capital of Europe to Africa, allowed us an opportunity to showcase our company in a very different way, with sponsoring the show, I think I have very good expectations from the show, because from the agenda we could see that the delegates are very interested in learning more about Efacec, in learning more about the project that we can develop together, always with a very good spirit of partnership. And that's why this year we decided, because we are the host co-sponsor in the host country, we decided to sponsor it. So I think it's a good bet, positive bet, and let's see how it unfolds on the rest of the remaining 3 days.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching. That's it for today.